Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Everybody knows that the best place to meet hot dudes isn't out at the bar or at the gym. It's at the Jiffy Lube. Am I right? All those mechanics in there just being sexy, working underneath cars, shooting each other down with oil guns, pouring gasoline all over each other, messing with each other's dipsticks. All kinds of sexy stuff happens at the mechanic. Vicky's on the phone right now, and that's apparently where she met the guy that she wants to call today. He was working on her car. And now he wants to work on something else.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Vicky? How you doing?
Hey, how are you doing? All
Good.
right.
Did I paint an accurate picture of what was going on? Where you were getting your car worked on?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay. Tell us a little bit about how you met this guy. It said in your email that he was a mechanic working on your car or something?
Yeah, my car was really giving me a lot of trouble, and I took it into the mechanic, and it ended up needing a lot more work than I had hoped.
As it always does. I mean, let's be honest.
It was not looking good. And one of the guys, he was just, I don't know, he was just incredibly helpful. He made sure that I understood what was wrong and then what needed to be done and, like, the options that I had. And it wasn't that he was being, like, extra attentive, like, creepy or extra attentive flirty. It was just that he really seemed to be interested in what he did and, like, that I understood what was going on. So I don't know what happened. I don't usually ask guys out, but all of a sudden I just asked him. I just said, you know, I really appreciate this. You're so sweet. Would you like to have a drink sometime?
That's
my
cool.
God.
What's his name, by the way?
His name's Chris. Sorry.
Chris.
I can't
that's
believe
okay.
that
I just wondered you hadn't said his name yet, so I was wondering.
I can't believe that fantasy actually worked out for you. I mean, there's always the image of, like, the hot guy mechanic in the uniform with the oil and all of that, but usually I end up with, like, some 65-year-old overweight, half balding man.
Well, there were a lot of that type around there, but thankfully he was not one of them. He was very sweet.
Yet. He's not one yet.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just not
a good
old
point.
enough. Give him a little more time in the shop, and he'll get to that point. So you guys went out. What did you do for your date?
We just went out for a drink. I thought, you know, keep it simple. So we drove ourselves. We met at a bar. You know, I really just wanted to get to know him a little better because, you know, there's only so much you can get to know while somebody's working on your car.
Right.
And I thought we had a pretty nice time.
So how long, I mean, was conversation easy for you?
Actually not, you know, not in the beginning. It was kind of slow, and, you know, there was a moment where I was like, wow, maybe we just don't have anything to talk about. But the truth was we just, you know, we come from pretty different backgrounds, and we have pretty different jobs. Like, I work in an office, but after we, you know, small talked for a while, we actually ended up having really fun conversations about, like, goofy childhood stories, and I had a lot of fun.
Was there any awkward moment from the date that you can think of? Any reason why he wouldn't be calling you back?
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Okay. What
That was
happened?
a sad tone.
Well, it is a sad tone because there was a couple of pauses, you know, when you're getting to know somebody, and they can be awkward, and you just don't, kind of fumbling for things to say, and things can be going pretty well, but then there was a lull, and I just said, so are you doing the mechanic thing right now, where you go to school to learn to do something else?
Oh.
And I don't understand why. It's not that I think, I mean, clearly you can see what it,
Yeah.
I can't believe I said
What
that.
was his response to that?
I mean, appropriate, you know, probably it should have been more vehement. He just kind of, like, didn't look at me and was like, no, like, you know, this is my career.
So it might have come
Yeah.
off like you were talking down to him a little bit because he's a grease
I mean,
monkey.
it sounds like it, doesn't. I
Yeah.
can't believe I said that.
It does.
That's kind of messed up.
And do you feel that way? Like, could you be with somebody who has a blue-collar job?
Yes. I wouldn't have even, it wasn't like I thought, oh, don't ask this guy out. He's worked on your car. It was like, ask this guy out. He's been so kind to you. Like, I don't know why. I was just trying to think of something to say, and it was not the right thing.
Did you apologize for saying it, or did you try to act like it didn't happen?
I kind of just tried to move on.
Okay. How did the date end then?
Well, thankfully, we were there for about another, like, 45 minutes, hour. So we had driven separately, which I, that was a good idea. And he walked me to my car and gave me a kiss goodnight. And
oh, like a real kiss?
And like a real kiss.
Oh.
Like not like a scary groping kiss, but like a real kiss.
Yeah.
Did he stop you and go, hey, before you leave, any fluids need to be topped off?
Oh, right.
I could do that for you.
He did not say that. He did not.
No? All right.
And I said, I would love to do this again sometime. And he said, sure. And I said, okay, well, call me, which he did not.
How long has it been now?
Well, I texted him after about 3 days, and he texted back. He just was like, I've just been really busy. And I said, okay, well, let's talk soon. And then I texted him again a couple days after that, and he hasn't gotten back to me.
And you were like, how busy can you be? I work in an office. I've got a lot of meetings. You're just working on cars. Ew.
Yeah, I did not say that to him as considering what I had already said to him.
Right.
That kind of
Terrible.
sucks.
So you haven't heard anything from him, though, since your last text?
No, I haven't. But I definitely had the feeling like this is worth having another date, like some more time together.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for the second part of today's second date update, a girl named Vicky is on the phone, and she wants to call a guy who lubed her up on the first date.
Oh, my gosh. Jubal, do not say that. You can't
Her
even...
car, that is. Well, I guess I don't really know exactly what she had done on her car, but he was her mechanic, and she actually asked him out.
Jeez.
They went out to a bar for some drinks. She thought everything went cool, but now he's not calling her back. The one thing that she can think of that might have screwed everything up was when they were talking. She said, hey, so is the mechanic thing just something you're doing to put yourself through school? And he was like, no, this is my career. And she thinks she might have sounded a little judgy, but we're not sure because they still hung out for over an hour after that. And she even ended the date with a kiss. All right, Vicky, you ready to give him a call?
I am.
Okay.
And you didn't add into your conversation after, kind of putting down his career choice, anything about how many degrees you have and how great college was.
I did not.
Okay.
You should have just rubbed it in.
Yeah, making sure.
I mean, I think it was great, but college isn't for everybody, and that's okay.
That's true. I didn't go to college, and look how well I've done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See?
really.
Maybe you're being
It's actually
facetious,
true.
but I think yes. We're
No,
doing great.
I'm terrible at my job. Really bad. I should have learned a little more. Okay, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, can I speak to Chris, please?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
What? No way.
Yes, this is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. Are you familiar with the show?
Come on. There's no way this is real. Like,
No.
Yeah,
This
but
is
pretend.
this is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
are you serious?
Yeah, we're all here. Hi.
Get the out of here, man.
I can't. I'm sorry. I need to talk to you about something. You have a minute?
Yeah. Oh, man. Jose, man, I love your laugh, by the way.
What's up, Chris? What are you up to right now?
I can't believe this is really happening, man. We listen to you guys in the shop all the time. This is crazy.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Oh, man.
That
Do
is
you-
so cute.
You ever hear the second date updates?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, cool. Well, you're about to be a part of one.
What?
Yeah. We recently got an email about you from a girl you went out with.
Who?
Her name is Vicky.
Oh, you gotta be Gary.
Yeah. You remember Vicky? You worked on her car and then she asked you out?
Yeah, I do.
How awesome was that, by the way? How often does that happen to you where a girl that you're working on her car asks you out on a date?
Surprisingly, more than you think, my friend.
Oh, my God.
Really?
You must be so hot, Chris.
Well, you know.
That's code for yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
All right, Chris, you hot mechanic, you. Let me ask you a question then. Why aren't you calling her back? She says that she's texted you a few times after your date and asked if you wanted to go out, but you're not getting back to her.
I mean, look, it's not gonna work out, okay?
But why would you kiss her at the end of the date if you thought that?
I mean, it was a cool date. I just don't think it will work out.
Why, though? Is there something specific that happened?
Not really.
I'll tell you what she told us. She said that she thought there was an awkward moment when she asked you, like, oh, are you just a mechanic to put yourself through school or whatever? And then you answered no. and told her that being a mechanic is your career. And then she felt bad about that.
Yeah, I remember that. I mean, I didn't really like the question, but I could tell she wasn't trying to be mean or anything. Like I could tell she was like sincere about it. It just came across the wrong way. It's no big deal.
Okay, well then why don't you want to see her again?
But I've been in this situation before, man. Like, a girl asked me out. I work on her car. She asked me out. We go out. We have a good time. And then she takes advantage of me, man.
Isn't that the point of a date? To get taken advantage of by a girl? I like it when they take advantage of me after a date.
No.
That's not exactly what I mean, man. Like, I mean, like, they always want discounts on their cars and stuff. And, like, they don't want to pay as much just because they think I like them. And stuff. You know how that works.
Did she hit you up for a discount?
Not yet, but I know she will, man. Like, she's way out of my league. There's no way she likes me for real.
What? She thought you were darling and kind and good looking. She had only nice things to say about you.
She's just saying that because she wants something out of me.
But she didn't even ask you about a discount. How do you know that?
We went on one date. It's how it works. Like, I remember this one girl. She was way out of my league. She came up to me. She wanted to ask me out. We had a great time. I'll be honest, I got a little too connected too quick, but that's not the point. She was leading me on and everything. I thought she was going to, be special. And then all of a sudden she just asked for my discount. I give it to her, of course, because I really like her. And then I never hear from her again.
Are you kidding me? That honestly happens to you.
Yes. She's way out of my league. Like, she's way too smart. She's way too pretty. She's sexy as hell. Like, she knows, like, we have the same, she pretends at least we have the same interests.
She's good.
Oh, sweet.
So are you so
Chris.
skeptical of her because you think she's out of your league?
I'm skeptical because I think she's going to just use me and then never talk to me again.
Yeah, but everyone has that fear, right? Like, that's the hard piece of dating. If you get cheated on once, you think that the next person's going to do it. You can't, put old past stuff into new relationships. It's not fair to her.
Look, I've been working on her car for the last week and a half. I know how much it's going to cost her to fix it. All right? I'm telling you. You guys just don't understand.
Wow.
I do know someone that has the answer to that question, Chris.
Oh, she's on the phone, isn't she?
Yep. Did you forget about that part? It's a second date update, and Vicky is actually on the line listening.
Hi.
Hey, Vicky.
Chris, are you serious?
Yeah.
Do you really think that's what I'm doing?
I have a good reason to believe that, yeah.
I can't believe that's what you think. I don't want a discount. I have no interest in a I'll never ask for a discount. I just want to go on another date with you. I mean, I like you for you, not for some discount that I could get for my car.
I'm sure you won't be saying that once I fix your brakes.
Chris, give her a break.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe that you even think that. Nothing in what we talked about showed that I was anything like that kind of person. I'm not. I just want to go on one more date with you to get to know you a little bit better. It has nothing to do with my car.
So you're telling me you, a girl with a degree and everything who passed all these, tests and everything like that, you want to go out with a guy like me, a guy who works on cars all day and doesn't have much of an education?
Yes. that is what I'm telling you. That I did not ask you out because you were or were not a mechanic, just because you were really kind to me, and I thought it might be nice to get to know you better.
I don't know, Vicky. I mean, you're telling me all this now, and it sounds great, but once I finish your car and you're asking me for the 20% discount on your brakes and your wheel and all that, it's just...
Oh, my gosh. You know what? How about you finish the car, I pay for the car, we're done with the whole car situation, and then we go out again.
Yeah, that's great, but, do you have another car that you need work on?
Oh, my God.
Come on, Chris. Hey, Chris.
No, Chris, I only have one car. Are you willing to go out with somebody that only has one car?
Chris, would you go on a second date with Vicky? We'll pay for it.
Come on, man.
One more date.
If you say no, this will be the only dumb thing that you do.
Vicky, you're telling the truth. You really like me for me.
Yes. Yes, I like you for you enough to go on the radio and say, can we please go on another date?
Yeah, I doubt she'd put all this effort in just to get a little bit of a discount on her car work, Chris.
I mean, are you kidding? I had a really nice time. I really enjoyed spending time with you. I thought, gosh, this is so nice. Maybe we should do this again. I didn't think, gosh, this is so nice. We should do this again so I can get something for my car. I mean, who knows? I don't know. It's just a second date, but I would really like to go on one so we can hang out some more.
I mean, I had a good time too, but that's why I'm so skeptical.
Well, life is risky, Chris. Come on.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go out with you again.
You'll do it?
Yes!
Yay,
Yeah.
Chris!
All right, awesome. Congratulations, Vicky. You got your second date.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh my
You're
God,
welcome.
I love this second date. I'm already planning your guys' marriage in my head.
Hey, Chris.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
Chris,
Hold on.
Oh, you're
chill out,
so
Brooke.
cute.
Hey, Chris, thank you for your time.
Yeah, man, no problem.
Yeah, now that I got you on the phone, Chris, I got this rattling when I steer in my car. Think we can get that done?
All right, man, I got you.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
What do you mean? Do you mean?
Oh, this show still continuing to give people hope in humanity. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. Talking about today's second date update. Just got a text in at 78592 says, there's still hope that there's good people out there.
Yes.
I get discouraged by the often unsuccessful second date updates, but this one gave me hope. If you missed it, this girl Vicky wanted to call a guy named Chris. They went out on a date, had a good time and everything. We got him on the phone to find out why he wasn't calling her back. She's a very smart, successful, college-educated woman. He's a mechanic who has low self-confidence.
Oh my God.
Basically,
horrible
just to sum it up.
self-esteem.
And he was like, oh, she's way too good for me, and I'm just a mechanic, and she's only using me so she can get a discount on some brakes or something. And somebody texted in at 78592, said, my husband is a mechanic, and yes, that stuff really happens. People just try to use him for discounts on car work.
Sure.
At the end of the second date
Crazy.
update, they did agree to go out again because she promised him that she actually likes him for him and not the fact that he might be able to give her 10% on 10% off on some brake.
She had to
work.
beg him.
Yeah.
Beg him to go out with her again.
Somebody else texted in at 78592 said, Chris reminds me of Stan from A Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
a little
I
too
don't
deep
know.
for the second date update. Or if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Seattle station for